Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando. I'm Larry Ridley.
Here come the Vikings now as they get set on first down and 10. Bradford now to throw on first down. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So here we go, first and 10 now. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hunt. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 6, and that ought to just about do it.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely, this defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. On the run, this is Hunt. And some space here. Fancy footwork at the 45. And now running right through it. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. Missed tackles may doom this team.
I just had a bad flashback. That's why I'm sitting up here with you right now. You've got to tackle him inbounds. You've got to wrap him up.
They run with Hunt. He gets away from one. Still on his feet. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you All right, it's Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You know the drill. Let's get right down to it. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the offense readies for a first down and 10. Breeze now on first down. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On second down, Peterson takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. Now Breeze on third down. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. But likely not for long as they're in punt formation. Now the veteran punter for the Saints, Thomas Morstead, on to punt on fourth down. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback from Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
I don't care how many accolades you had in college. There's no such thing as a can't-miss quarterback. But Blake Bortles has shown in his time in the NFL that he's a guy that you can build a team around.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On third down, it's Hunt. Oh, look at the juke. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. They run again with Hunt. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. 42 yards. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
So 2 quarters down, 2. Sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10. And now out come the Jags. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he's got some space here. And still fighting. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 91 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On second down, here's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 35. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They'll run again with Hunt. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down. They'll run. This is Hunt. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now it's Hunt. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to be given a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line. Yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old-school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and minicamps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory. I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, and what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
Here's Hunt. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. A great play there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room and get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
On the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit. No matter what the battle is, we're going to finish this thing out.
So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. First down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right. Ready.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Now Breeze lost the football. And fortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. So the offense avoids disaster, keeps possession. Now it's second down. Now Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from second to third down.
Let's go. Here we go. Ready?
One final try here for Breeze. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. And that does it for this Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. You did it. You defeated it. Congratulations. We'll see you next time. All right, your challenge awaits. Can you fulfill that solo challenge? Time to find out. It is indeed the solo challenge, and it's Madden Ultimate Team time. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10.
Big stop, D. Big stop.
319! 319!
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 47-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
The way this game is going, the way that they possess the ball on the other side of the field, you go 3 and out here, you might not see the ball again until the 2nd quarter.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them.
Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. He got it stripped, but you can see the panic in his face from up here through the helmet. He was able to dive back on it.
A good bit of fortune for him because oftentimes on a strip sack, when that ball is wrenched out of your grasp, it can go in any different direction. It can go way away from you. In this case, it didn't matter. He was able to get on it.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And not great starting field position here for the offense. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his first pass is incomplete. He was looking for the great one, Jerry Rice. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
Now a play fake. Bortles. They'll roll him out right. It got his man complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
Brutal, so take away the long touchdown.
It's a cruel game sometimes, partner.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to Lambeau following these words. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. Throwing is Bortles. Flush to his right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38. On play action, now Bortles. Rolling to his right. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 61 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive.
Yeah. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Here's Rodgers. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And now a high kick here as they'll try to cover this one. Fielded just inside the 30. Oh, he slipped right by him. Fights through, and now a crease. We have hit halftime. Still, sorry, Larry, your hard work appreciated by so many men and women, but not today as we get back to the action in the second half. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Shifts by him. Then he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big third down play there for the Jags. And even 40 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse.
Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what, whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever, this was a big score to start the second half.
The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Short kick. It's taken to the 23. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Aaron Rodgers, we focus on him for our player spotlight. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
And some room to work. Now look out, Rodgers lost the football, and the Jags grab it, and they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 48 yards. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Jaguars. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Now the Packers get set to go. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
You're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
And they can't bring him down. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 26 yards on the pickup there. And it'll give the Packers a first down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket, that they'll do it on purpose. Doesn't even need to be a break.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, DeMarcus Ware, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll begin the drive with Hunt. A little juke. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? There he goes right side. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A great play there with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those two TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. To Montgomery to begin the drive. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Back now at Lambeau. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Danny Shelton getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. Time for a break as he's on here to punt it away. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. So a change of possession here on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start the takeover on the short side of the field. This is Hunt. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bennett. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he's brought down. Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Rodgers now on first down. Room here to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. A good pickup there, a 22. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now Rodgers. Caught left side, Bennett. And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. All right, nice job. I believe that is challenge met and defeated from where I sit. Congratulations. Good job on this Madden Ultimate. All right, you saw the challenge on the screen. I don't need to repeat it. It's solo challenge. Madden Ultimate Team, go earn your keep. Here's Steven Gostkowski now to kick this one off. And off we go from Lambeau. And now a fair catch called for, and he'll indeed take it at about the 6-yard line. So here are the Jaguars now with a long field ahead. They'll be led out by their quarterback out of Central Florida. It's Blake Bortles.
I can't help but chuckle because I always remember when Blake Bortles got drafted as the 3rd pick in the draft, the year he came out of UCF. So many people were in shock ahead of time. I think they were very happy to get him once they did.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Skirts by at the 15. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second in just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there. Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now Hunt. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, and that played to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And to give this time to the tailback. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Now another timeout called for by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Now they'll run on the draw. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. We'll be back with more of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. So the offense has it 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. They find some open field here. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Don't forget, coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Larry Ridley. Larry will have the highlights of this first half, but he won't have touchdowns because we haven't had any to this point.
But there's still time, though, partner.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got him the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now Dion Lewis to return. And that's a big collision. He's knocked backward as they will mark him down. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. The man under center leading them now 40 years of age in his 18th year out of Michigan, the great Tom Brady.
And we keep hearing from people who are waiting to see the drop-off in his play. I'd quit worrying about it. I'd quit looking for it. He says he wants to play until he's 45. Is there any reason to doubt him? His skills have shown no sign of declining.
Now Brady. Sideline throw. It's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there? You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And it's 3rd down.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch. But underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he'll have his man. That's Edelman. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. And now a fumble. The ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. Fresh set of downs here. Again, it's Brady. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll make it second down. Instead of the running back in New England, sometimes they like to call them the passing backs. They get them the ball in different ways, don't they?
They certainly do. Think about the ones they've had in recent vintage. You talk about Kevin Falk, Danny Woodhead, Shane Vereen, James White could have been the MVP in the Super Bowl if it wasn't for a certain quarterback that was on the field that day.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The former 7th-round pick, Julian Edelman, just continues to have such a productive career.
And has made himself into a receiver. Remember, he was a college quarterback, and not just a productive one, a very good one.
At Kent State, right?
Yes, a great leader, a guy who could make plays with his feet and his arm. Got to the NFL and had to convert him to being a receiver and was drafted that way. And that conversion, oh boy, it's been good.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it. This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Very tough spot here for the offense to start. Back near his goal line. Here's Bortles. Flushed out right. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Well, my apologies, Larry. I wanted to hear the report. Somebody's in a hurry, so we're going to get him right to quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe... And he's into the clear. The 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Mike Gillislee, 61 yards. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out.
Oh, this is blocked. And all the defense has it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
Oftentimes when you give up a touchdown, it's really a deflation for your entire unit. And the special teams group, when they run out there, they still feel it. And maybe they don't go after it so much. Instead, they gave great effort there, blocked the extra point, and really gave them a lift after giving up the score.
Yeah, gave up the touchdown, lost the lead, but a nice job to get in there and block it. To begin the drive, here's a handoff to Hunt. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to roam now. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make this a 2nd down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So the offense looking at a 2nd and 8. And to give this time to the tailback. 10 yards there. Good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Got a man right side. It's Sharp. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars have moved down in front here in the 4th quarter.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity?
And I think the ball's out. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
Gotta love everything about that run, except for maybe a couple of things. You gotta wonder, do you fight a little harder to get into the end zone instead of going out at the 2-yard line? And I know one thing, the fantasy football guys, they are not too happy that he went out of bounds there instead of trying to get into the end zone.
Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll try to run with Hunt, and he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. From back at the 3 now, this is 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. 1-possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Reggie Nelson. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this up to about the 40. So that does it. Put this one in the books. A successful Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. See you next time.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.